Over the past few years, I've seen a huge renewed interest in studying the Bible, and as a pastor, I love it. But if you're new to the Bible, or if you've been away for some time, you know it can be challenging. There's a lot going on. There are different ways to interpret things. So here's what you need to know. The Bible is a book about Jesus. Jesus is the figure that unites all of the biblical story. In the Old Testament, you have all of these promises and prophecies of a coming Savior from sin. As you read those predictions, there's a lot of detail there. We're told details about the line of his family descent. We're told the place in which he will be born, the time he will come, the means of his death, how his death deals with the problem of sin. We even have prophecies of his resurrection from the grave. So that the thread that unites all the literature in the Old Testament is this anticipation of a coming Savior. The New Testament presents Jesus Christ as the long-awaited fulfillment of all those messianic prophecies. And the good news of the gospel is that on the basis of Jesus' death, which was a payment for our sin, and his triumphant resurrection from the grave, everyone who trusts in Jesus on the basis of what he's done is freely and fully forgiven. You trust in Jesus who died and rose for you, you're forgiven, you're given new life from the inside out, you're given a place in the people of God and a permanent place in heaven. It's an awesome, glorious message. So to understand the Bible, you have to understand Jesus. And here's my advice to you. If you want to understand Jesus better, start with Paul's letter to the Ephesians, where all of these questions about who Jesus is and how his death actually dealt with sin and how God expects us to respond, how Christians are supposed to live and think about work and life and family and church, all of this stuff dealt with clearly and beautifully and authoritatively in this letter to a group of first-generation Christians 2,000 years ago. Now, as I say, it's beautiful, it's clear, it's concise, but it's also 2,000 years old, which means there will be some cultural gaps between where we stand now and where the Ephesians stood 2,000 years ago. And to help with that, I'd like to offer you a free study guide. It's a simple downloadable PDF in the link below, and I'm not looking for your phone number, your email address. There's no mailing list, there's no paywall. It's truly just a free resource with a basic introduction, a basic outline, and some study questions to help guide you through the text of Paul's letter to the Ephesians, so that you can understand Jesus better. Now, if you would like to get in touch, if you do have questions, I'd be glad to hear from you. My cell number is on our church website, Prospect Baptist Santee. But truly, we're here just to point people to Jesus, who he is and what he's done, and specifically to offer up a resource to help you see all the glories of Christ in Paul's letter to the Ephesians. I'm Ben Owens for Prospect Avenue Baptist Church. Thanks and God bless.